you're thinking? This is what, your third, fourth development camp, I think? It's up there.
Yeah.
What's been the difference? It just feels like last year and this year, the talent level, just you see that difference. How exciting is that for you? You get your hands on some of these guys already, but now some of the new guys. How exciting is that as a coach who runs these things?
Yeah, it's been fun. Some size, some skill, some ability. Fun to be part of.
What's maybe of the two groups, some things that have stuck out to you, maybe a couple of guys and a couple of their skills? What's been the biggest eye-openers, if you will?
Yeah, like I said, I think the group as a whole, huge amount of upside, size, skill, ability. Individuals, it's hard. It's one skate.
Yeah.
It's hard. Misa, obviously, you see why he was selected where he was. Musty looked good. I thought Eric Polkamp looked good. Just to mention a few. But like I said, it's one practice. But you can see a lot of hope.
I think the big unknown might have been Simon Wang. I mean, obviously, not too many people kind of knew who he was going into the draft. You could see that skating ability. It's going to take some time for him, but as him as a player, there's some potential there. What do you see in him and just your conversations with him? How do you see him as a person and a player?
Yeah, I mean, the size jumps off the page, and skating ability, that's not a combination that you get a lot, which is good, and he's coachable. I think that's the other thing is, for me, these camps are, some guys are ahead of others as far as, where they're at in their development. For me, it's their approach. Are they coachable? Are they coming in? Are they paying attention to meetings? Are they engaged? Are they, asking the right questions? And he would check those boxes.
Go. Okay.
Where's Wenius, Haltonen, and Landon?
They came at the end of the year last year, so they didn't come to this. Just from, coming from Europe with the time change and everything, they got some exposure last year. So, no, doesn't say anything about where they're at or anything. It's just they're not here this week.
Do you things feel a little different now? I mean, Mike has said sort of starting to shift more into, a win now mindset. Do you guys feel like, at these camps and just generally with the prospects, you guys sort of have what you need moving forward?
Yeah, I think, as far as, fitting into slots and everything, that's more of a management thing. But you can see the overall talent level and, like I said, the size and skating ability, hands, everything as an overall kind of assessment is, you can see it.
When you look at some of the new guys they got, you mentioned Misa, but is it, I know you're not a goalie coach. You had Askey last year. Matt Davis comes in and signs, and I'm sure you've worked with him, and now Ravensburg. And is it kind of weird always having these righty goalies? Does it throw things off? Maybe as a player, when you see the shooting, when you have this many, now obviously you get more familiar with it. But just does it do anything to the mind? I mean, how do you feel like guys are reacting to seeing all these right-handed catching? I
don't think it really factors in. It's kind of a cool factoid, I guess. But as far as does it affect anything, I don't think it really does.
So, as a coach, what are some of the things you're looking for during these few days?
Like I said, I think guys that are there early, stay late, all those kind of intangibles that you see. Do they act like professionals? Are they taking care of their bodies? Do they look like they're ready to go in the morning? Are they engaged in the meetings? Pay attention and ask the right questions. I think all that stuff's important.
Was anything that stood out, like really surprised you here? I know it's just one day, but
really surprised me that the defensemen beat the forwards in the shootout.
Yes, and they beat him quick too.
That surprised me. Other than that, no.